Must a politician live like a big man? Must a politician be a big man? Can't you just work for public and disappear?
Hello, all of us here, me, Speedality, and this man, we all have message for Mr. President. If you know Mr. President's Ado or you Sabian, you dey watch this video, I beg, help me forward this video to him. You go know say, since I dey do lectures for this channel, I never address Mr. President before. Today, I wan address am. I believe say God go touch am. Go use God beg am make he touch his heart. Wetin dey before us na about personal income tax. Wey they wan implement next year versus corruption. Okay? As you can see, Speedality don carry the matter on top of his head. Say, may president forget about PIT. This young man, you fit don see his face. He don expose one big corruption wey dey football for Nigeria. Money wey FIFA give Nigeria make they take develop our sport. You know now, me, I want to address Mr. President say, abeg, before you even think of implementing this, abeg, fight corruption aggressively. You get the point now? Fight corruption aggressively. Now we dey for here so. Before we start, we'll first listen to Speedality.
I was going to manage Tinubu. People used to say Buhari is the worst president. But I say Tinubu is the worst president of Nigeria. Tinubu wants to implement income tax in Nigeria starting January. Nigeria, now you won't collect money from. What happened to oil money? What did you accomplish with oil money? First you came in, you removed subsidy from petroleum. Life hard like unimaginable. Now you want to tax Nigeria. But you won't make it better for you, and you don't want to make it better for you. Which money then Nigeria where you won't collect? Income tax up to 25%. And they ask, you won't make it better for you, and you don't want to make it better for you. Which one? When I see why some people they shout to Biafra, divide. Which one be income tax? Are we white people? Now white people they do tax. Why would you do such thing in Nigeria? You are absolutely the worst. I disagree so much. I made a video the other day telling you to do something about police brutality. There's other ways to be a leader. Even if you don't know how to do economic development, reform police. Instead of you to reform police, this is your economic development. I told you to make this place feel like over there that you guys like to go buy house. And the implementing income tax is your way of making here feel like over there. Papa, you are income tax in Nigeria? Are you kidding me? What did you the govern? Nigeria way hard like heaven and earth. Everything costs so much money. And you want to collect from the one way person manage you gather. You won't collect. You say they do income tax. And you guys don't know why people they shout to Biafra. It don't make sense. This is one of the reasons why. Income tax for Nigeria. You know go better for the person who give you this idea. You know go better for the person who give you this idea. I don't like this idea. Income tax for Nigeria? Are we white people?
You don't hear us. The truth we must face. Nigeria's problem, I have been saying this, if you have been following me, is not money generation. We no get problem of generating money since. Like Niger Republic, when we say they no get natural resources. We no get problem like many other countries when it comes to generating money. We sabi generate money. We get oil for this country. We have been generating money for decades. Oil money, tax money, borrowed money, customs money, and so on and so forth. Different levies. Yet, the more we make, the poorer we become. Nothing to show. Why? Because corruption hits the roots before the tree grows. See, before the tree go grow, corruption don't chop am. Almost all parasectors in Nigeria, corruption is buried. Okay? Why you call it Mr. President? Calm down. You cannot tax a rotten system. This is my point. I've been saying it. You can't tax a rotten system. Even that reply when the chairman of this task whatever replied to me last time, I also replied him. I said, sir, talk to Mr. President. We wanna fight corruption. Calm down. Mr. President, before you talk about personal income tax, new levies, first talk about discipline, justice, and accountability. You cannot tax citizens into hunger. You cannot tax citizens into hunger when leaders keep feeding fat on their sweat. Okay? You cannot talk about more revenue when half of the budget goes into waste, luxury, and theft. No justice, no trust. Trust is not built by speeches. Trust is built by punishment for wrongdoing. When Nigeria sees corrupt people walk free, Yaya Bello, for instance, as EFCC alleged, and the poor man is jailed for stealing food, for stealing fowl, they stop believing in the system. I know say they no send us. We will still dey talk. People will not pay tax when they know their leaders will steal it again. Okay, amnesty for criminals, but not for the poor. Let's see. Recently, una see say Mr. President pardon some prisoners, men who were jailed long before his old tenure, that before this government. Those people, they inside sis. Even though I don't buy, you touch what you didn't start. No be put them for there. Abi? Say 90% of them. But he went to the fire, for one reason or the other, released them, freed them, gave them amnesty. That means you have the power to touch the past. Okay? You can touch the past. So if you can free those who were in prison before your time, before your tenure, then you can also arrest those who looted Nigeria before your time. Justice should not stop at the poor man's gate. Justice should climb the hill of power. Show Nigerians that no thief is too old, no office is too sacred, no past is too far to face justice. Use your power for good. Today, APC controls almost every seat in National Assembly. You saw this president is the most privileged president of all time. Even during Buhari here, Saraki was arguing with him, was killing some of the bills, gbas. But this one, anything where it bring come, Akpabio go say, okay, you have the power. That gives you great power and great responsibility. If you say anyone who steals public money will face death or life in prison, you raise that as a bill. Nobody in National Assembly will oppose it. So why use power to increase tax and not use it to increase punishment for corruption? Why not empower EFCC the more? Why would they avoid that side? Why would they avoid solidifying ICPC, EFCC, giving them more power? They are the constitution. Why would they go that side? Use your power to protect the poor, because if national resources is stolen, and the poor man will suffer, not to pressure them to pay new taxes. A nation bleeding. Taxing citizens in a corrupt system is like giving blood to a patient while the wound is still open. The blood will flow out again. Unless we don't want to punish people to say, okay, we are generating money, we are paying IMF, because ACME carry the matter for head. See what he talk for here. If don't even go research. I saw this video where I work place, so I don't see him. ACME even play. I'm gonna listen. Say this drum where they beat concerning this PIT or whatever. Now to please IMF. Listen.
My people, now black they do black. Watch this video now to the end to see why Tinubu want to implement income tax in this country.
The UN has been sending Western tax collectors to Africa to force the continent to pay their foreign debts, and this organization is called Tax Inspectors Without Borders. And if you think this isn't real, here is their website. They're implementing sales tax, minimum tax rates, taking African businesses to court for tax evasion, and they are bragging about the billions they collect from the continent. What the UN does is they send forensic tax auditors from the West to African nations to close loopholes, audit businesses, and implement tax laws that extract as much money as possible from the local population in order to pay back IMF and World Bank loans. And they are very good at what they do. Tunisia was one of the first countries to work with the UN tax collectors in 2015. And since then, the Tunisian government has increased tax revenue over 50% relative to GDP. Recently, you've probably seen different tax reform laws in West Africa, Kenya, among others, and all were pretty unpopular, but they were implemented with a carrot and stick methodology. If the African leaders don't work with the Western tax collectors, they face sanctions. But if they play nice with the tax collectors, they get more loans from the IMF. And you've probably figured out this game already. The West is getting the African nations to run run up large debts, then training the African governments to collect the interest payments from the local population. And that money then goes to Western banks. And in many African countries, over 70% of the government revenue goes towards debt servicing. So it's essentially a much more efficient form of colonialism.
My people, government, they borrow. Now citizens go pay back. Tinubu is implementing income tax starting next year because International Monetary Fund, IMF, is forcing it on black countries. So basically, as you know, if you pay us our money back, force it on your citizens, make they contribute money, make you use pay us. The interest, not the whole money, the interest. So this tax money now is being collected just to pay interest on top of the principal where they never even touch. So Nigeria borrowed 10 billion. The interest on top of that 10 billion, now they won't use this money now where they won't collect next year, pay. The capital no more, yeah. And money not talking gone. I am pussy tax for the rest of our life. Dividing this country is the only direction. You don't borrow money, say, we are now in busy. Oil rich country, natural resource rich country. Now we are borrowers of money. Now we are taxpayers, not even borrowers. The fact that that part, in my blood, the boy, what did you accomplish with oil money? Why collect from International Monetary Fund? Can't the so-called Nigerian leaders live within their means? Must a politician live like a big man? Must a politician be a big man? Can't you just work for public and disappear? Must a politician end up a big man? Tinubu, no do this thing. Find a way to pay back what Nigeria has borrowed from white people. Tinubu, no do this thing. I go hate you till the day I die. Don't do this thing. Monkey they walk, baboon they chop. Government they borrow, citizens they pay. Citizens we not taste anything. We not taste anything. How can I be paying something that I never tasted?
You don't hear us so. No healing, no progress. Leadership is example. If you truly love Nigeria, show it by example. You love Nigeria, Mr. President. You really love Nigeria, Show them by example. You know the problem. Cut government waste. Cancel unnecessary trips. Sell the extra jets. Reduce the convoys. When leaders sacrifice, the people will follow. But when leaders live like kings and tax the poor like slaves, that is not leadership. That is wickedness for me. The message from the people. We will not say, the more you are richer, the more your tax will increase. I understand. I understand. But who never pay rent? No fit buy fuel, meet basic things of life. No go even fit pay 10%. Okay? The message from the people. Mr. President, Nigerians are watching. We are not against tax. We are against injustice. We are not refusing to contribute. We are refusing to be robbed twice. They don't rob for oil. All those looted money. We no dey see any real effort like NNPC wetin happen for there for ages. They no fit build one refinery. That go take on builder. All the corrupt GMDs, they work free. So many people are working freely. That alone is indirectly encouraging corruption. Say you can steal and nothing will happen. That is the meaning. Why not formulate bills to show people say, irrespective of how long, even though you buy, you collect the money from your children, it will discourage stealing. Okay? We are refusing to be robbed twice. First, by taxes, then by thieves in office. So show seriousness, show courage, show zero tolerance. Because before you fetch more water, you must seal the link. Example, listen to this man.
Our football for this country, NFF don't finish us. We think say na Super Eagles, we dey press calculator, they follow Super Eagles before. We no know say the main people wey we suppose dey press calculator follow since just dey for corner. As a man, they chop wire, they squeeze face. I talk about the $10 million wey people dey shout. The $10 million na just payment for one phase payment wey come from FIFA, one phase payment. Do you know that as of 2014 till today, the total money wey NFF don receive from FIFA and CAF for preparation, performance and developmental funds is over $25 million. Yes, $25 million. You know, say if I dey call this money for dollars, e be like say una no dey understand the funds wey we dey talk about. Do the conversion, press your calculator, and this money wey I dey talk about no follow for funds wey dey come from federal government. This one na just the one wey come from FIFA and CAF. I no add the $10 million where federal government give Nigeria for World Cup preparation. No, I no add the recent 12 billion. 12 billion where federal government give NFF. They call them intervention fund. 12 billion naira intervention fund. I know that one no follow for the $20-something million what I tell you about. Oh. So all this money they enter our sports federation. Look around you. Look around you. Look around the Nigerian football space. You get anything where they show say that kind of money they enter this country, where development one can come from. Serious countries don't they invest with their own money where they receive. They invest in talent and infrastructure. Go Google. Now, these things are not public knowledge. Go check other countries waiting they use their own money do. And those countries, not like say they know they corrupt too. They see they chop their own money. Some people see they chop for our own no be corruption problem. We just have wicked people in high places. Our as a men just they chop our own funds, they squeeze face. So that kind of money they enter NFF hand. We they carry plywood up and down for you. Super egos na buta they use do ice bath. Buta. We no fit buy better camera, hire better people. We go handle media. We complain from Android. Then buy I don't know whether na SR. They upgrade them to SR. This thing that they tell you, go to FIFA website. It's on FIFA website. All this thing I'm telling you is on FIFA website. Our shame they on FIFA website. They post them for us like that. We leave people where we suppose they follow up since they waste annoyance and anger on top Super Eagles head. People where we suppose they thank, they appreciate. Where the development one come from now? See our league. See our under 17. See our under 20. Shebi yesterday they don't stay trash our under 17 women. They go soon pack their bag. They come house. Where the development one come from? Where money where they map out for development? You know how many youths? You know the impact where this money, if I say they properly invest, and you know the impact where this money forget for the life of youth for Nigeria. Every country where you know, serious country have programs they are running now. Developmental programs they are running now for their youth and this thing. We know all this way, we don't even train coaches. Okay, break out the money, go send coaches to courses. We don't even do them. So waiting NFF use all this money do. They need to come out and start telling us so. As from 2014, under the leadership of Amadou Pinnick, with the current NFF president, Mr. Gusau, we are in serious mess because from where we stand today, they look front. No hope in sight, no hope. They don't chop our future finish. They don't chop our future throw away. And tomorrow we go the heap blame. They laugh our league. They heap blame on Super Eagles. Meanwhile, the people where they took us this pin, they waka free.
Don't hear that so. This is just a tip. Everywhere you go, everywhere, they go still steal the money. So why we not go first take care of the leakages? Before pouring more water. Who does that? My final words. Nigeria doesn't need more money. You say we dey broke. There are some laws where they go implement. Go say money dey fly, come out from accounts. Everywhere go full. Money where you don't steal. Nigeria needs more honesty. Don't ask the people to give until you can prove the money will not be stolen. Mr. President, stop the link before raising tax. This is my point. I don't know as they take on both supporters and not supporters. You feel do all the defense. As I always say, now 8 years, Mr. President get maximum. This one a privilege. People say the next president will get support like this from National Assembly. This is the best time to change Nigeria. Make the reform. Carry person like Mawa, put am for EFCC. You will see results. The head of JAMB, carry person like that, put am for sensitive position. You go see results. This week where they do, carry and put for power. May go perform this miracle for there. You get the point now. If you give me this country for 1 year, Nigeria go change now. Forget this thing. I know what you are the talk. But I know say I no go fit enter there like. So that one are just wishes. Do something. Time is running out. Wait till you drop out a comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.